Oi, oi, guys. Friday morning. Up and at 'em. Out here doing it. And this is my first Friday walk since I got sick on Christmas Day. And God, it feels good to be out. I'll tell you what, I mean, the old knee's a bit dodgy. Can't win. But that's always, I've always had some dodgy knees, so no big deal there. But I'm alive. Oh shit, it's alive. If you know Young Frankenstein movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I even put the sunglasses on me. I don't know why, because it's raining out here. Well, not raining, drizzly, just drizzly. And it's amazing the amount of people that you don't see come out, that you see on a regular basis exercising. They won't come out because there's a bit of rain out here. It's amazing. And if you go back and look at some of my older blogs, there's one back there about singing in the rain. So, you know, use the rain to your advantage, be present with it, and all of a sudden that rain doesn't feel so bad. But anyway, kind of leads me to the point I want to make today, and that's labels. How we label things, and including people, by the way. You know, we give people headings, like parents, which I'll come back to that. And you know, I'm reading this book right now by this monk, Buddhist monk, and it's called Welcoming the Unwelcome by I'm going to get her bloody name wrong. What I'll do is I'll grab it and I'll throw it in the description when I get the chance. I'll throw it in there. But children, I'm really pretty cocking that up, I'll tell you what. But anyway, I saw an interview with her once, and she had mentioned this book, and I've had this book sitting in my collection to read for a while. So I made a point of this, starting of this year, I'm going to read way more, watch less bullshit on the TV, and start getting myself more equipped with knowledge, which is what I love to do. But anyway, one of the things she said in there, because I've always talked about labels and how we label things, and it's not so much the label, it's what you put to the label. And one of the things she said in there, which mentioned about rain, is, you know, you might wake up in the morning, early morning, and hear rain outside, and there's a comfort to it. There's a nicety to it. There's like, that feels good, a cozy. Wrap yourself up in your blankets, go to sleep, listening to the rain, right? So the rain, the label you give it, rain, but the reference that you give it is coziness, warmth, sleep, comfortable, right? Well, what happens if you got something planned that day? Yeah? Now the label changes, right? You still call it rain, but what's your reference now? Because now you've got something that you want to do. Now, the rain is the rain. It ain't going away. It's just there, right? It is what it is. Water dropping from the sky. And the way we're polluting it, probably a bunch of other shit that's dropping on us and all, but it's rain. And I remember I had that very thing once going out. I was out walking with my daughter one night, and it started to rain. I mean, it really, you could see it. It was night time and it was really starting to rain heavy. And my daughter's like, oh no. And I'm like, hey, be present with it. Enjoy the rain. What if we wasn't able to enjoy it, right? What happens if I wasn't able to walk in the rain? Then I wish I was walking in the rain, or able to walk in the rain. And I just became present with it. Just started feeling it drop. I was looking at it in the street lights, how it was falling. You know, had in mind that it's watering the earth, which it is, right? It's very beneficial. Don't have the rain, everything will start dying because you won't have the water. But if you wake up that morning and you hear the rain and you've got something planned that day, you're going to have a whole different perspective on that, right? So don't clue into what you're giving it, because then you're going to give that energy. If you have a negative thought about it, you're going to give it that negative energy. That negative energy is going to start spreading, because now you're going, oh no, I'm not going to get to go out. Oh no, it's all ruined. Oh, the day's done. Start spiraling, guys, and you're telling the mind that my day's finished, my day's done, I can't enjoy myself. Holy shit, I'm not going to get to see my friends. Now the rain, you've got a completely negative. Now you resent the rain, right? Instead of you haven't got anything to do, you wake up one Saturday morning after having a hard day at work on a Friday, early morning, rain is there, lovely. Oh yeah, I can roll over, that'll help put me to sleep, it's meditative. It's still rain. So getting the parents, you know, we give the label of a mum and dad, but what is that? What's the standard of a mum and dad? You know, when we're brought up in an environment where we're given a certain set of values to a mum and a dad, right? Or programs to a mum and a dad, like love, care, comfort, security, right? And there's many more, of course, but that's what comes to mind. As soon as you tell the mind mum or a dad, and of course it depends on which way you go, because, you know, you go to dad and you're thinking protective and, right, there's the heart and all, hopefully. I mean, there's many that isn't, there's many dads, and which is what I'm getting to. There's many parents that ain't even around or haven't been around. But we give the label, a mum and a dad. But if you really sit and think, right? I'm a parent myself. I'm a dad myself. I'm just a human being. Yes, I have a title of a dad because, you know, my wife and I decided to have kids, and I've got two beautiful, lovely girls. But we can so get hooked up on the certain things that we're programmed with and what we're looking for from past experiences, by the way, from those titles, and push that towards our own kids, and it doesn't work. You know, yeah, there may be books written on being a parent, but if you try and follow a book, forget about it, because every kid is different. Even my two, they're completely different from one another. They're sisters for sure, and they love each other, but they each have their own ways, they each have their own way of thinking. And when it comes down to my oldest daughter, she's got pretty good anxiety. And when I say good, I don't mean that in a good way, right? So I look at myself, because, hey, it's a program, right? She's seen me go through a lot of different things with my mental health and my anxieties, and that could, well, obviously it has. It's transferred over. So here I am. I'm looking at myself as a dad, going, "Damn, I didn't want that to happen. That's something I totally didn't want to happen, but it did." Right? What about the parents that ain't around? Are they a dad? Are they a mum? What about those that are emotionally checked out and don't show emotion? Right? But when you grow up in an environment, the program is, that's what a mum or a dad is. Because that's the program. That's what we see. What about silent treatments and things like that may go on, to where you're left to think that things are for you, you're to blame for everything? Or you're looking at it trying to claw something back. What are you trying to claw back? Right? It starts to play. And then you can transfer that over when you have kids. And it's an awareness of what you're doing and what's going on. Yeah. So, you know, when we start talking about this is a huge subject. I mean, I'm not going to cover, there's no way I'm covering it, and everybody's different, by the way, guys. So, you know, if you need help and you need any guidance and you need help in any kind of way with your mental health, please contact me. And mindnutritionforall@gmail.com. You can email me. Yeah. I do this for a living. I help people. And I want to go and like and subscribe to my channel, because then these messages get out to more and more people, guys. And with your help, I can do it. I'm at 112 subscribers, and I've been there for a while. But I'm getting a lot of views, and it doesn't cost anybody anything just to hit that subscribe button. Even if you don't come back and watch any of it, at least you're getting the message out to other people, and other people can benefit from it. And pass it around, guys, please, because these videos can help. And I've got a podcast too, by the way, Getting Real with the Cockney Buddha. Or I think it's with Cockney Buddha. But Getting, Gettin, not ing, Real with Cockney Buddha. I think it is Real with Cockney Buddha. And I haven't been doing it that long, but I'm throwing these out there. I'm trying to get the message out, trying to help people. And yes, it'll raise some business, hopefully, because if I have people sitting in front of me and they want to be part of that Cockney Buddha army, and they want to move and they want to shift and they want to get their life on a journey, then I'm in, as long as you're committed. As soon as you commit to yourself, and as soon as you know what you want and you know where you want to go in life, then come and see me. We'll sit down and we'll start moving, we'll start shifting. Yeah, we'll start figuring out the mind and why it's doing what it's doing and why you're thinking. So, if you can go out there, guys, and give me a hand, I'd really, really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's doing it already as well. And the people that are part of that following in that community, Cockney Buddha Army, that's what I'm calling it. Or the Cockney Buddha community. So, anyway, just think about it, guys, right? Just because there's a title of a parent, a mum, a dad, and this goes down, right? Siblings too, right? We have titles for things, and we have titles for a lot of different things, right? And it's weird how things get their titles as well, because who came up with, you know, different titles? It's just like with meditation. If you're doing sound meditation, where you just sit, relax the body, relax the mind, tune into the breath, and then you tune into sound, just sound. If you hear a bird, which we give it the title of bird, right? It's got a label. We give it the label of a bird. Oh, funny, bird started tweeting. I don't know if you can hear that. I can hear a dove as well. That's funny. Just as soon as I said that, it started. It's like it's answering me. But when you give a label of a bird, when you're in meditation, you're doing sound meditation, the brain automatically knows. And the reason it knows is because it's heard so many different birds over the lifespan that you're in right now, up to the point where you're at now, that it just programs all those, puts them all together. So no matter what kind of bird you hear, you might not be able to distinguish it, because the brain's like, oh, it's a bird. It's not labelled with anything else. But if you sit and tune in, take the bird message label, I should say, out of that. Now what are you hearing? Now you're tuning in, I don't know what that is up there, let's get rid of that. Now you're tuning into the actual sound, the tone, the pitch, where it's at. What does it sound like? Is there anything else you can reference it to? Right? My daughter, my youngest daughter just got guinea pigs. They're cute as they're so lovely, and they make this noise, which I've never heard it before. So my brain's trying to compute what. Right? I know they're guinea pigs. I can see them. Right? But as I was not looking at them one day, I thought, sounds like a dog's squeaky toy. Right? because I tuned out guinea pig. Wasn't looking at them, was listening to sound. And when you go into that sound meditation, guys, and you tune into that, this is what I mean about labels. Don't label anything. Just tune into the sound, where it's at. Is it left, right? Is it distant? Is it close? So drop the labels. Drop the labels. They're not all what they... Everybody has their own reference to the label. Right? I heard a friend of my daughter's say she don't like chocolate. And I'm like, you know why I went? Because how many people do? Right? Most people do, and they all have their reference to it. They all have their reference to what that chocolate tastes like. So you hear all this, right? So when you hear, I don't like, it's like you kind of, because the brain, majority of the time, says, oh yeah, the biggest percentage of people love chocolate, but it's got the label of chocolate. But if you take that label off, what does it actually taste like? Right? Some people don't like that bitterness edge that it's got to it. But we label it. Take the labels away, guys. Start tuning in to what it actually is. And now you're in the reality of it. The brain isn't going into that program. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope everybody has a good day today. Stay present. And stay the course, guys. Namaste.